Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is now very clear that Mount Kenyan politicians are now regretting and crying, and they have that no option to support President Ruto again in any political ambition in this country. And let us listen to Martha Karua. Martha Karua is crying. It is a kind of wept Martha Karua is showing us. And she's distressed up over regarding Gachagua's impeachment, which it was done to by the Senate yesterday. Let's watch her.
William Ruto has exceeded the brutality ever witnessed in this country. Just want to remind William Ruto and his regime, Bashir had a very strong and feared army in Africa. He fell. Egypt was almost a police state and very militarized. The regime fell. I want to tell you without citing more that no dictator succeeds against the people. For you, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Respect the law, because if you don't, you will still account at some stage.
You've listened to Martha Karua on whatever she's saying. On our opinion, she's just trying to give William Ruto a flashback on those who had been in this power before William Ruto. How they used to use their powers, what they used to do with their powers. That is what Karua is bringing to William Ruto. But according to me, Karua is stressed up, and she wasn't expecting that Rigathi Gachagua was going to be impeached without Rigathi Gachagua making a quick resignation. And obvious, there's no one who is perfect in this life. We might blame William Ruto. In some occasion, Rigathi Gachagua might also offend to William Ruto. It's happened even to Martha Karua. It's always happened to any person breathing, eating, urinating, whichever you are doing in this world. It's obvious. It is a nature being portrayed from human being character. This Karua's wept is just a political emulation. She is trying to show to President Ruto. Ruto did his part as a human being. Yes, Gachagua had done a mistake. Are you still having that time to proceed with someone who have done a mistake? The answer is no. The best option is to choose someone who is ready to work to the people. There's some evidence which might not be exposed in public. Only those who are close to president can say. You never know. When they had a meeting with Rigathi Gachagua, for instance, for example, that Rigathi Gachagua banged the table. We don't have the evidence, yet it is being said. After banging the table to the boss of the country, what next? They might be quarreling and arguing. Rigathi once occasion stood up in public and told Kenyans is richer than William Ruto. So on and so on. So many things happen, which might have annoyed William Ruto. So, Karua, again, is just taking one side on her political viewpoint. But she's supposed to weigh both Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto. That is what Karua should do. The third point, this is a clear indication that Mount Kenyan people have now learned from a fig tree. But even if they have learned from a fig tree, maji yakimwagika hayazoleki. Hiyo ndio Kiswahili nilifundishwa shule na nimeijua hadi ya leo. So we must learn on how we can remain united, reunited. Because whatever Karua is saying, she is bringing political division. This political kind of we should not be seen again in our country. The truth of the matter is that should not be seen. Karua seems to be isolated. Even if Karua was in the government, then she could have come up and support William Ruto's action. Let us not lie. Today, if Ruto decides to appoint Karua as the KDFCS or whichever position in the government, she will take it very fast. The same way to Kalonzo Musyoka, we saw him condemning this and that. But if he had been given that chance in governmental position, he will run helter-skelter. His legs could have been even zitakuwa zinavu katika tu juu ya hewa. So, mimi nimeview hivi wananchi. Hawa wanasiasa wanakuanga na uongo mingi. Pande ingine kuna wenye wanawabeba vizuri. Pande ingine kuna wenye wa insight. Muone ule ni mbaya, huyu ni mzuri, ule ni mbaya. Hapana. Hakuna mtu mbaya na hakuna mtu mzuri. Wote wanafanana. This is not all about Central as being said by Martha Karua. It is all about Kenyans. I'm also a Kenyan. You are also a Kenyan. We are the one who are supposed to be come together, and think for a better future of this our country. When it talks about political future, Karua is done and dusted in the political future. When we talk about the same political future, when I view Raila Odinga done and dusted, the same way to Kalonzo Musyoka done and dusted. This is the best time for Kenyan youths to wake up and try their level best. That is the truth. Even if I give William Ruto 100 years, he won't be there. Not that I'm praying for him or making early prediction, I'm sorry for that. In any case, I've crossed the path of someone's life. I ask for forgiveness, but that is the reality and that is the truth. In this life that we live today, even if you had me 100 years plus my years now, I will not reach. Why should I lie? Unless Munga amwe. Lakini mimi sitaki hiyo miaka mingi sana. Bora ni 90 ni sawa. Kama Moi. But anyway, forget about all those death, whichever, those nonsense. We talk about as I conclude. Why should we have a political bitterness among ourselves? When one of our colleagues have done a mistake, what are some of the precautions or ways on how we can rectify this person? Karua speaking today is capable to tell William Ruto the best way to do, the best thing to do in order not to repeat it again. I heard some of you are saying that William Ruto make his own decision. People like Jeremiah Kioni. This is just a political incitement. Ruto is also a human being. He have that pumping heart. He have that brain. He have that brain of Neanderthal man, whichever brain William Ruto is having. He have it. And he listen to the people. Because God created us all with his own image and likeness. But if you come here with history, or now whichever this person, whichever Gaddafi, whichever this was powerful, was this, nowhere to be seen, it has happened. Rigathi have been impeached. Should we now not eat that Rigathi have been impeached? Or should Kenyans run naked in the street that Rigathi have been impeached? And Rigathi is not the first person to be impeached. The late Mwai Kibaki impeached Mudi Awori, if you recall, and made Kalonzo Musyoka katikati vice president. If I'm not wrong, tell me, unless I'm a wrong historian. Anyway, I rest my case at this point. Drop your opinion on whatever Martha Karua is saying. I wish you all the best and thank you so much. Please consider to give this video a thumb of like. Share it to your friends, family and relatives. If you never subscribe, kindly subscribe. Bye-bye.